we got the Titans. They got the first pick, and there's been a lot of people like you saying, Bang, about this not being the big class that it really is. The Sheduer Sanders and Cam Ward could drop. Where exactly they're gonna go? And the Titans general manager coming out saying, "Hey, we're not going to pass up on a generational talent just to get a quarterback." He's referring to Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter, who Abdul Carter will not be doing anything at the combine because he's still recovering from a shoulder injury. And then you got Sheduer Sanders going to be thrown at the combine, which is not shocking. I can't remember the last time any top quarterbacks really threw at the combine. It was a big mess last year by Caleb not throwing at the combine, and he just going around, helping niggas clean up on the field. And that's another thing too that I am so ecstatic about. I don't have to do 3 months. Does this quarterback want to be here? Let's talk about this quarterback's flaws. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. But if I'm the Titans, man, I'm not saying you got to reach for a quarterback because you don't want to reach just to reach. But if you just get you Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, who I think both are very exceptional, very really great talents. I don't want to say generational anymore. What's your plan of quarterback still? Like, of course, there's been rumors about Aaron Rodgers. We know he has a house in Tennessee, but I think we need to give up the Aaron Rodgers dream of what I think people are living off what he used to be more than what he currently is. That doesn't fix anything. I think a trade down could work to get more picks, get more draft capital, and still be able to draft a Shedeur or Cam a little later on in the draft if they're still around. But I think they need to think about the quarterback position first. Courtney, what do you think about what the Titans should do?
I think the Titans should go ahead and just draft Cam Ward and call it a day. They need a quarterback. I think it'd be silly for them to entertain the idea of taking anybody besides a quarterback. And if Cam Ward is who they say he is, and who I think personally he is, yeah, you go ahead and draft Cam Ward with the top pick, and you don't trade back. If anything, the team that I'm thinking about here is the Patriots. It would make me sick to my fucking stomach if Abdul Carter fell to 4 and he just landed in the Patriots' lap. I would
Yeah,
be
that would be
sick.
terrible.
I would be sick about it. It would be such a good fit. Like, great for him, but I would be sick to my stomach about it.
I think that there should be some concerns about his shoulder, and I don't think anybody should draft him till pick 10. I don't think that 9 picks. I think it's too risky for those 9 picks. I think he needs to be drafted at 10.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I
You're
think he needs to be in blue and navy. So Bang, what you think about what they should do, man? What do you think that the Titans should
Look,
like
man, I
aim
know
for?
I hate Aaron Rodgers. Y'all know how I feel about this man. But I'm taking Aaron Rodgers over any quarterback in this draft, short term or long term. I'm sorry. I am not comfortable with any quarterback in this draft being good. I look at this draft of quarterbacks the same way we now look at the trick off Trev draft.
The
I
Justin
don't
Fields
see.
draft.
Yep, the Zach draft. Like I'm not confident in any of these quarterbacks. But if I could get Aaron Rodgers a year off of an Achilles injury, which normally it might take about a year to really get your bearings, and in that division, which is not the strongest division, if I could go get an Abdul or go this is the Kenny Pickett draft. If I could go get a Carter, if I could go get a Hunter to shore up that defense of mine, which was not a bad, it wasn't a bad defense. It was a bad defense because the offense was that damn terrible. Like
Yeah.
you really had to play a behind the lot, but that defense played hard. If you could get Aaron Rodgers for at least 2 years and you can wait to get you another quarterback in that weak division, I'll take that over drafting a Cam Ward or Sheduer Sanders. I am not in love with neither of these quarterbacks. And again, if we're talking about Jackson Dart being the first rounder, possibly, that tells you a lot about this draft class.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that to an extent. I'm very high on Shedeur. As somebody who watched a lot of University of Miami football. I like Cam. I don't love Cam. I think Sheduer is pro ready. I think that definitely he's gonna have some ups and downs. He's gonna be rookie quarterback, and I also think he needs to go to as best system as he possibly can right now. But his arm strength is crazy, and he just really he's a professional football player, in my personal opinion. I hear you on the Aaron Rodgers thing. If that's the move they decide to go to, I wouldn't be mad at it. I do think that Rodgers has a little bit more in the tank, more than it showed last year with all the different coaching issues and stuff. But I don't know. I think Shedeur is going to be special. Maybe I'm in the minority of that.
Let me. I don't want people to think that I think that it's nothing but career backups in this draft. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is using the Raiders for an example. I ain't trading up. You're gonna have to fall. And if I am, the Tennessee Titans, I'm like, if I could holler at Aaron and we good, I think I could take my chances on him for a year or two, and then let's see what this looks back. I'm not in love with this quarterback draft being like grabbing a quarterback in the first 3 picks. Like that first 3 picks. Nah, I can wait. Now,
so you think there's some they can be good? They're just not like how last year was Caleb, Jaden, Drake May,
right?
Bomani Nix. Can't forget about Bomani Nix.
Yeah. This ain't that. Like this ain't that at all. This is, I really think we can make it work.
Okay.
And like you said, you got to be. This is a got to be in the right system quarterback draft. I don't think that the Giants is the Giants is probably not going to have their coach in their GM next year. So there's that situation right there. They need to go get a veteran. They don't need to go get a rookie. They need to win now, or at least look like they winning now. The Raiders with Pete Carroll, and that team, because you see what he did with Russell Wilson, and then you go and get you a Russell Wilson and have that person back him up, and you feel comfortable. But I also feel comfortable in believing that they wouldn't be able to take Russell Wilson's job, so we won't see you until next year. That's what I look at these quarterbacks.
Courtney, I got a question for you, then I got one last question for both of y'all before we move on. Courtney, so you say that the Titans should take Cam. So are you saying you think Cam's NFL ceiling is higher than Sheduer?
I do, personally. That's just from someone that watched every University of Miami game this season. I'm bigger on Cam, and again, and it also has to do. It sounds terrible, but you can't. Your family is your family. You got to take the good with the bad, and it's not. I'm not trying to even imply that Shedeur's family is bad, but with Sheduer comes everything else. So the microscope, not just on the quarterback position, but think about if you're the general manager, right? You have to deal with the circus that will come with it. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
This? You got to think about how many different. If you don't hit on this pick, right? If you don't hit on this pick, if you're the Giants, for example, he gets taken at number 2. You don't hit on this pick. Sheduer Sanders is not the guy that you thought he was going to be, and that I'm still hoping that he will be, for the record, so no one calls me a fucking hater. Okay, I like Sheduer Sanders. I want him to do well. I'm simply saying that if his talent doesn't translate to the next level, think about everything that's at stake right now. I mean, he's already in deep shit for fucking letting Saquon Barkley walk. You think it's going to get any better about the botched Daniel Jones hiring? You fucking let Saquon Barkley go, and now you drafted another quarterback. Not only did you draft a quarterback who sucks, this is in this hypothetical scenario, he sucks, but it's Deion Sanders' son. So the hate is going to be 20 times worse from a group of fans who respectfully don't even want to probably draft a black quarterback in the first place.
Yeah, and I don't think John Mora wants to draft a black quarterback. Also, but if I'm it's Joe Shine, that's just how I pronounce that thing. But I mean, you kind of gotta take the risk for all the reasons you just named. You messed up on letting Saquon walk. You not only did you draft Daniel Jones, which I said, learning from experience, you don't draft a quarterback from a basketball school.
All that being said, if you're the Giants, you should absolutely still draft Sheduer Sanders. That
Okay.
is assuming that Cam Ward will be off the board at number 1. You should absolutely be taking Sheduer Sanders at number 2 if you are the New York Giants.
Yeah, because it's like at this point, man, you ain't got nothing to lose. Like if this fails, you're gonna lose your job anyway. So you might as well go out swinging. And that's to me what I would look at. And I'll say this last thing too about the circus. I think the circus is a little overrated just because Deion's not going to be at every, and again, they're going to be at the games. It's not going to be that type of situation. He's still a coach. But definitely says it's going to be that primetime Sanders effect, obviously.
Correct.
But
And
if
that's
you're in New
mostly
York,
what I'm thinking about. Think about ESPN. Every single thing is going to be rehashed and regurgitated and dissected and bisected every which way until his next game. Every fucking pass dude makes is just going to be under a microscope because of who he is, the prime effect.
So cool. Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not